hooligans? It is your Captain Tornado McCray speaking, here with another video, man. It's Friday. We down for some shenanigans. It's time to have a good time. Hey, yo, say hi to Space Cat. I still have not named you yet, sir. Like, I have to get him a name. Help me figure out a name for him. He's just Space Cat for right now, but we gonna get him right. We gonna get him right, man. It is Friday. It is time for a good time. Time for shenanigans, some reactions and whatnot. And today we're gonna react to a little Watch Mojo Heat, and we're gonna throw it back. We're gonna go back in time, see what we was doing 20 years ago, man. And we're gonna see how many of these things I was actually doing, how many of these things I remember doing, or if I could tell y'all if they were lit. Because you know, your captain, according to y'all, Captain's unk. I'm old, apparently. Apparently, to the young generation, I'm an old head now, I guess. I don't know, but we're gonna get into it, have a good time, man, and see what's popping. But first and foremost, guys, if you can, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell at the bottom so you can join the Hooligan Express. Right now, we got cookies in the back, Capri-Suns on the side, and we're here to have a good time, baby. But without further ado, now that you know, you're gonna have some fun. Also, I might, you know what? We still saving that. That's still in the works. So let's go ahead and get to the show, baby. Top 20 things you were doing about 20 years ago. I mean, why you gotta air me out like that? I'm not that. Okay, maybe I'm that old. Damn. Forget you, man. Forget you. Let's get past this ad.
More time for
It's
your
not
business.
sponsored.
Less tax stress.
All right, boys. I'm out.
All right. Oh, hold up. Almost forgot. Can't hear a dang thing over here. All right, there we go.
Requested the best route, and
All right.
I made us a little mixtape.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down the everyday stuff we were doing 20 years ago. We're turning 20
Word.
this year, and to celebrate, we're diving into the habits,
that a
routines,
Zoom?
and the little rituals
Yo.
that quietly defined the mid-2000s.
How many MySpace friends do I have now?
Number 20. An open Facebook. In 2006, Facebook was something people checked constantly, usually from a desktop or laptop.
Nah. I ain't had Facebook in 06. Not in 06. I was still on MySpace. I didn't get on Facebook till like 2010, 2009, 2010. Like, Facebook was not a thing in 2006 where I was at.
Laptop in a
Absolutely
dorm
not.
room.
When college sophomore Marisol Romero isn't in class checking on her assignments, she's online checking out her classmates.
It was originally tied to college life, which gave it a smaller, more contained feel. That shifted in September when it opened to anyone over the age of 13. Growth came fast, and Facebook quickly positioned itself as the social network. Its wealth and expansion turned it into a Silicon Valley powerhouse. And before long,
if it was attributed to college beforehand, all right,
a lightning rod for controversy.
We had to deal with spam, clickbait, fake news, and data misuse.
Yeah.
That's going to change.
Elsewhere online, another experiment was just getting started. In March of that same year, Twitter launched with its first post, just setting up my Twitter. Facebook became a daily fixture, while Twitter would, for a time, serve as the internet's real-time news feed. Number 19, setting your aim away message. For millennials.
All right, y'all. How many of you, be real, how many of you had an AOL or an AIM? I had one. How many of you watching had that? How many of you don't even know what that is? Probably a lot of you. Nani? If you don't know, bro, why are you watching? You wasn't born 20 years ago. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Like, if you don't know, get up out of here. Get up out of here. There we go.
Aim away messages doubled as a public mood ring.
And it was pretty much an online voicemail. So when a friend
I was
would
definitely a
IM
Yahoo-
you, they'd automatically get your away message as a response.
You might have been doing homework, eating dinner.
I was
or
a
avoiding
huge
someone on
Yahoo
purpose.
Messenger, too.
What mattered most
Like, I was huge
how
on
you
Yahoo
framed
Messenger,
it.
bro.
For some, the more oblique
But I
the
did-
metaphor,
I
the
did have
better.
aim.
A cryptic line could mean you were mysterious, not emo. We swear. Or maybe your message was meant for someone specific. Either way, many people turn to song lyrics, half jokes, or deliberately vague
Oh my
quotes,
God.
relying on friends to decode the subtext.
Away messages were also used as bait for crushes.
The same way some of you youngins be leaving notes on your Instagram profiles or whatnot, It'll be like add note, and you'll sit there and leave a profile. Yeah, I'm talking specifically to you. Sitting there, gonna leave a profile. Nobody ever really loved me, but that's okay. All I ever needed was me. Boy, if you don't shut your Spider Noir ass up. Got him! Think you're being deep? Think you being all mystique and whatnot? Like your crush gonna sit there and notice your one little note bubble? At least with AIM. Hey, bro, you hopped on the AIM. You saw my message. I was at the top. The fuck we talking about? It was just as cringe, though. Nobody was ever there for me. I was there for me. Like, okay. Nobody understands. I'm that girl. Like, bro, no, you not, Becky. You're not. You failed Spanish twice. Just because you couldn't say hola and tortilla. Like, come on, man. Do I feel attacked? I don't know. It wasn't me.
An attention seeker.
Away messages became a short-lived millennial art form. Indirect, a little dramatic, and deeply personal. Number 18, sweating your cell phone minutes. Every phone call once came with a mental stopwatch. Cell plans had caps. Nights and weekends came with different...
I know I just stopped this video, but I'm sorry. Y'all don't understand. This phrase right here, everybody my generation and up will understand. Do not call me after 9. Do not call me until 9 o'clock, until after 9, bro. Don't text me or call me until after 9 when my minutes are free. Oh, my God. Get your ass whooped. Your homeboy sit there, call you up at 7:47. You have to get off the phone quick. Like,
dog, call me back at 9. But call me back at 9. You know I can't call right now.
Click. Like, man.
Rates. Going over your allotted minutes meant a painful surprise on your bill.
Hey.
This isn't funny, Dean.
The voice says I'm almost out of minutes.
Calls were kept short, and
oh my God,
plenty of conversations started with, I can only talk for a minute. Texting helped, but most phones still relied on T9, which made every message a small effort. Flip phones dominated, built for calling first and everything else second. Phones were useful tools, but time on them was limited.
I did that.
Carmela, your daughter says you're using up all her cell phone minutes.
You watched the clock, tracked your minutes, and ended conversations on purpose. Number 17, writing blogs. For a while, writing a blog felt to me
I never
like the
wrote
most
a blog.
natural way to exist online. You didn't need a following or a brand.
I never
only
understood
passion and the urge to keep typing.
Lincoln is a pasta maker? No way. Yeah, you don't know about this? The homemade pasta. He makes a different kind every Sunday night. It's on his blog. What blog? The Al Dente Dentist.
Platforms like LiveJournal and Blogger made it easy to post personal essays, daily updates, or sprawling late-night thoughts. Some blogs functioned as public diaries. Others became hobby logs, political soapboxes, or running commentaries on everyday life. Posts went up with...
I guess you could say that blogs back then are what podcasts are now.
Nani?
I mean, think about it. And this is coming from a guy who does a podcast, who does 2, actually. This is coming from a guy who does 2. The daily one I do for the Panthers, about the Carolina Panthers, and the weekly one I do about the University of North Carolina and their sports. We do it and we type it. Instead of typing it out, we're just speaking it. So modern day podcasts are what blogs used to be in the 2000s. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm lying. That's a clip, man.
Out strict deadlines.
Or lack thereof. After all of these journalism classes, I got an idea.
Huh.
I started a blog.
All right, what's it about? Your brownie obsession? Because you know you probably shouldn't broadcast that.
No, something important, something that Central City needs to know about.
Comment sections felt conversational, and entries often rang long without apology. Blogging wasn't optimized or fully monetized yet. It was slower, messier, and more intimate. Number 16, waiting for photos to upload.
Man.
Uploading photos was once an exercise in
Listen,
patience.
you
Digital
don't
cameras held
understand,
only
bro.
so much.
You
So images
don't
were dumped onto a
understand.
computer, resized if you were careful, and then fed slowly into the internet, one at a time.
You know the best thing about our friends uploading their selfies? It means I can Photoshop them to make them look slightly weird.
Progress bars crawled. connection stalled. A single batch of photos could monopolize your connection and freeze everything else you wanted to do online. On slower DSL or early cable connections, uploading was noticeably slower than downloading.
Good luck
Posting
trying to
pictures
upload a
sites
photo
like
on dial-up,
Facebook
bro.
or
You
personal
were
blogs meant
shit
committing
out
to
of
the
luck.
wait and hoping nothing crashed halfway through.
Oh, 2% left to upload.
Number 15, rocking Abercrombie.
Never did it.
For some people,
Nope.
Abercrombie.
Nope. Never did it. Never did it. That was not my thing. And honestly, Abercrombie and Fitch wasn't geared toward my demographic.
You ain't lying.
I was more of a South Pole, like Sean John, FUBU type of guy. That was me. And I feel like my demographic can agree that was more of our thing. Abercrombie and Fitch was never really my thing. Abercrombie and Fitch was right alongside American Eagle and kind of like Old Navy a little bit. Kind of like Old Navy too. I felt like those three were the same. So, yeah, no. Abercrombie and Fitch, I did not do. Absolutely not.
And Fitch felt like the place to be.
Welcome to Abercrombie and Fitch. Can we take your order? Welcome to Abercrombie and Fitch. Abercrombie, Fitch.
For others, it was a store that never quite felt welcoming. Walking inside meant dim lights, blaring music, and rows of carefully styled employees. Every inch of the space sold a very specific version of cool. Logos and fit mattered, and wearing an Abercrombie hoodie or tee sent a clear signal to classmates in the hallways. But that image came with boundaries.
Why am I looking for something to wear in wardrobe? Why don't you go to Abercrombie and Fitch?
Oh, no, it's too loud in there.
The brand's narrow aesthetic helped shape mid-2000s fashion while also leaving plenty of shoppers feeling unwelcome or invisible. Number 14, watching movies on DVDs. Watching a movie used to mean
I still got some DVDs now. I don't care. Hey, I don't care. I still got some DVDs now, damn it. Because guess what? When the digital space ends and you ain't got no Wi-Fi and it ain't working, I could still watch Futurama. I can still watch season 1 of Futurama. I can still watch Undercover Brother. I can still watch all the Star Wars episodes I want because I got a physical disc and I can play my PlayStation, just slide it in. I can still watch and be entertained. Don't sleep on DVDs, man. They still got a place here. They still got a place because when your Netflix subscription cut out, yeah, I'm talking to you, John. When your Netflix subscription cut out, and I'm talking to Sarah too, y'all gonna be mad you ain't got no entertainment. When the Netflix cut out and the YouTube ain't working and the Wi-Fi is all the way off because you ain't paid the bill, you gonna still want to be entertained. That's when them DVDs gonna sit there and be like,
you could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Be pulling up like Thanos on your ass, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Being in a disc. DVD collections were carefully built and displayed on dedicated shelves, treated like prized possessions.
Dang, but I brought my DVD collection. Do you like Nick Cage movies?
I don't know who that is.
Bonus features and commentary tracks weren't afterthoughts. They were part of the appeal, and people actually watched them. For frequent travelers, entertainment.
Oh, I had a
often
portable
meant
DVD
packing a
too.
Portable DVD
My
player
movies
and
was
a
on
zipper
lock.
binder full of discs. Long car rides and flights required advanced planning and careful curation. DVDs made watching a movie feel like a small ritual. You committed to a choice before you ever sat down, usually based on what you owned, borrowed, or rented.
Well, let's just watch The Lion King. Cartman's cheating anyways.
Here you go.
What's that?
It's a DVD of The Lion King.
Once the disc was in, that was the movie you were watching. There was no selection screen analysis paralysis. Number 13, carrying cash. When you left home and did a pocket check, your wallet used to be a little thicker. Debit cards existed, but they weren't universally accepted, and swiping wasn't always instant or reliable.
How do we pay for these suits? Oh, you pay cash. Cold, hard cash. Crispy, new $100 bills.
Even when a place took cards, using one could feel like a hassle. Most people still carried cash for small purchases or emergencies. Cash.
I definitely would say that's a thing we don't do as much, myself included. Carrying cash is a luxury in a sense, especially in America, because everything's becoming tap and swipe to where cash is getting less and less utilized. Plus, if I get robbed, I can immediately cancel the card.
You lie! You lie!
If I got cash on me, I just lost whatever's in my wallet. And that was always the thing about cash to me. I'm like, bro, if I get robbed, I've lost everything. But if I only have my debit card in there, I can cancel and freeze the cards. So, you know, I get why cash is kind of drifted away. But it's still nice to have.
Honest. Spending felt tangible, sometimes painfully so, as money physically disappeared from your hands. You always knew what you had because you could count it in your pockets.
Cash?
What do you think?
You got me cash?
Well, that's right. I figure you could go out and get yourself whatever you want. No good?
Honestly, my mama wouldn't oppose it.
Uncle?
My mama wouldn't oppose to that.
$182 there. I don't think that's anything to sneeze at.
Running out of cash usually meant the day's spending
My
was
mother
done.
would not oppose
Number
to
12, only
that.
having one computer, your computer.
Woo!
For a long time, if you had a computer, it definitely didn't fit in your pocket.
Is it okay if Nancy uses the computer to redo her CV?
My computer?
Your computer, the computer, whatever.
If you wanted to go online, write something, check email, edit photos, or download music, there was only one place to do it. Phones handled calls and texts and little else. Everything lived on your desktop or laptop. When you stepped away, you were officially AFK. There was no pocket backup and no constant notifications pulling you back in. Tasks waited until you returned to your device.
Okay, you're ready to go. I've written down the basic commands so that anyone can understand them.
That single computer reality shaped how millennials focused, planned, and disconnected. Digital life had a physical home base. No.
Man, listen. The worst part about having only one computer in the house is going through puberty.
Nani? Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and how you're going to be using it in class. So be sure to open a laptop.
Muy bien.
What was that? Who watched something inappropriate?
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. If you understand what I'm saying, you get it.
Number 11, downloading songs on Napster. Downloading
I
music
never
began
used
as a
Napster.
legal gray area that millions of people
No.
silently
I
embraced behind
actually
closed
never
doors.
used Napster.
It was one of the first large-scale peer...
I never used Napster. I was a LimeWire dude. I was a FrostWire dude. Like, I never used Napster. I don't know why. I didn't actually trust them, which is crazy considering what downloading music was. But
peer-to-peer file sharing programs. It allowed users to access music files stored on the hard drives of fellow Napster users.
Before Napster, finding new music usually meant trolling record stores, listening to the radio, or through word of mouth. After 1999, it moved into the home. Songs were shared through peer-to-peer networks, one track at a time. There were long waits and no guarantees. File names were messy and connections dropped without warning.
LimeWire file names
the
wild.
Wasn't what it claimed to be. Downloads may have eaten up all your bandwidth, but the sacrifice was worth it. Napster helped normalize digital music as something you collected track by track. It reshaped music consumption and an entire industry forever.
Music was the first industry that really had to confront the idea of free content. Music was at the forefront of it, whether it liked it or not.
Number 10, watching High School Musical. For one brief shining moment, High School Musical was simply everywhere.
Hey,
yeah.
I don't believe it. Either. But how?
For younger millennials and elder Gen Zers, the Disney Channel original was a cultural milestone.
I hated them jerseys. I hated them jerseys so much, bro. I was like, what kind of jerseys are these? Y'all don't hoop. Y'all don't hoop. Look at these shoes, bro. Why y'all got my dog in these shoes with no socks? Where my bro's socks at? We're wearing low cuts and these white hats. Man, this is egregious work. Even for 2007, 2006, 2007, this is egregious work. I can't do it. Now, was High School Musical bad? At the time, no. At the time, no. As I've gotten older, objectively, I ain't gonna lie. I'd have beat Troy Bolton ass if I was his daddy.
You need to leave.
Nani? Dog, I would have beat that man ass because truth be told, and it's not to say I wouldn't support my son. If he wants to dance and sing, do his thing. Do you, bro? But you know what's going to help fund that dream? Getting some money. Go to the league, get this paycheck, then you can go into acting and do what you got to do because you're going to already have your name across billboards, across, like, people are going to already see you as a commodity. So then you can really do your passion project, which is dancing and acting and so on and so forth. So I'm just saying, Troy Bolton daddy had a reason to be mad. He had a reason to be mad. I'm just saying. You've been wanting to sing this long, bro, and it took the cute Latina girl, which, I mean, I understand. Gabriella wasn't nothing to sleep on. However, it took this girl having you sing karaoke on a ski trip in fucking Colorado to be like, I want to sing. I want to dance. Like, boy, we are in the state finals. Shut that shit up. Somebody go think I'm toxic as hell.
Its songs escaped the TV almost immediately, spilling into school hallways, talent shows, and iPods across America. Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens became overnight fixtures of teen pop culture. Constant reruns turned the movie into a familiar favorite. It blurred lines between jocks and theater kids with a fun sincerity.
Oh my God.
Love it or hate it, High School Musical became a common reference point for an entire generation. Number 9, playing your Game Boy Advance and PS2.
Hold up.
If the first Game Boy made...
Hold up. What? Oh, what you mean? What you mean? Hold up, bro. I still got it right over there. I still got the PS2 and the Game Boy Advance.
Video games portable, the Game Boy Advance made them feel everywhere.
Game Boy Advance. Console quality gaming anywhere.
Had the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and the Game Boy Advance and SP.
Books were no longer the default distraction. Instead, you disappeared into a tiny screen with surprisingly sharp graphics while the batteries slowly drained. At home, many turned to the PlayStation 2, a dominant system stacked with hit games.
The
PlayStation 2 was
best
powered by
system.
all new technology, including the
What are the-
breakthrough Emotion
Bro,
Engine
PlayStation
CPU.
2 just
Multiplayer
hit
usually
different.
meant sharing a couch, though a handful of titles experimented with early online play. Between the GBA in your hands and the PS2 in your living room, games filled nearly every
We had it so good, y'all. We had it so good.
spare moment. Number 8, Live Strong and the Bracelet Revolution.
Woo!
At a certain point, it felt like yellow bracelets were on every other person's wrist.
America is wrapping its wrist.
Everybody
in
had
yellow.
them joints.
The yellow wristbands showed that people wanted to be a part of something bigger.
You picked one up at school, at an event, from a friend, or because someone you knew was fighting cancer. The Live Strong band was cheap, durable, and instantly recognizable, which helped it spread
I will
fast,
say that thing
where
was
everyone became
durable.
a visible signal of support and optimism, and socially, it carried real weight. Before long, wrists filled up with silicone bands in every color, each tied to a cause, team, or identity.
An RIT fraternity is selling wristbands to support our troops.
The bracelet turned advocacy into an everyday accessory, something you could wear, not just talk about. Number 7, burning a mixed CD.
Yep.
Mixtapes had their moment in the 80s. Decades later, teens were doing the same
Man,
thing
listen.
on a different medium. Mixed CDs became a way to organize
Burning
life into
CDs was always
soundtracks.
fun.
Workout mixes, driving.
Like, I know about the personal cassettes too, and doing that. I don't know, bro. Just burning a CD just hit different, especially when that CD popped out after it finished. Like, bro, burning a CD was just so much fun.
Mixes, cleaning mixes, played on Discmen, car stereos, or shared computers.
I made a special road trip mix CD for us. I hope you like Tori Amos.
Oh, cool.
Track order mattered. The opener set the mood, and the closer put a button on the experience. Burning a CD took time, and mistakes meant starting over with a fresh disc. Sharpie labels were agonized over, as were homemade liner notes, if you bothered to make them at all.
Especially,
Mixed CDs were often...
Especially if you were selling them. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I had an uncle who was selling mixed CDs. My uncle was making some good money off of it, too. He'd literally just spend the day burning CDs for folk. They'd send him a list of songs he wanted. He'd use LimeWire, burn the CDs. Hey, send it off. They'd come to the house, pay them, he'd give them the CD. They was on the way, bro. Burning CDs was a lucrative business.
Gifts, sometimes confessions, and occasionally olive branches.
Everyone take a mix CD on their way out. For those of you who are fans of young Miss Miley Cyrus, I recommend the green ones. She's heavily featured.
Handing one to someone was always a risk. Once it left your hands, it couldn't be edited or taken back. Number 6, playing games offline. Even when games offered online multiplayer, single-player experiences still dominated. Consoles and PC games usually ran entirely offline, and progress lived on memory cards.
That's the one thing I will say about the current gaming industry now, is the simple fact of the matter, companies don't put as much into offline solo play as they did back in the day. And granted, that's because online play is more accessible now, so I understand that. But, bro, the campaigns for solo play, out of this world, bro. Way better back then. Like, there are certain titles that still do well with solo campaigns, but it's harder and harder to find solo campaigns that are better. For example, my player on 2K from like 2K10 to I'd say 2K16, 15, great. After that, it was all based on like playing online and making sure you were online and the servers had to be up. And it's just like, bro, this story used to be derived and only for me.
Or hard drives.
A lot of people like to play computer games, but the people in this room really like to play computer games.
Gaming was often solitary, unless you hauled a tower to a friend's house for a LAN party and spent the night linking computers together. At the same time, a different kind of play existed online. Flash games loaded directly into browsers as quick distractions built to be finished in one sitting.
Awesome.
They were simple, often
I still like
free
trying to
and
find
easy to
Flash
share.
games.
You got a computer with a decent internet connection? Go ahead and say, I'll show to some Flash games.
Between offline games you owned and Flash games you stumbled into, play didn't depend on servers, patches, or constant connectivity. Number 5. Watching TV on a schedule. Watching TV used to require planning ahead. Shows aired when they aired.
We have to do something. Let's watch TV.
If you missed them, you waited for a rerun or the box set. Weeknights revolved around TV lineups, and certain hours were effectively spoken for. Commercial breaks were built into the rhythm of the night. Bathroom trips were timed, and channel surfing, much to the chagrin of certain family members, often filled the gaps. DVRs were a new technology and far from universal. There was no such thing as streaming TV. Watching shows together was a bonding experience.
Would you mind if the boys and I watched TV for a bit?
你应该把钱存起来买第二台电视，而不应该花钱再买移动座椅。
Cable TV shaped shared routines and next-day conversations, turning episodes into small events. Number 4, using an iPod. At some point, carrying your entire music library stopped meaning lugging around a sleeve of CDs. The iPod made that shift possible.
iPod, 1,000 songs in your pocket.
Songs were synced at home.
Controversial. The best iPod, and it might not be controversial, the best iPod was the iPod Touch. And honestly speaking, that was the only Apple product I owned, but it was like the best blend to me. The iPod Touch was like one of one, dog. Because it wasn't super touchy in terms of trying to get to my music like the regular iPod scroll was. But also, I still didn't want an iPhone. And I can still use like text apps and things on it. Like the iPod Touch was like the perfect blend. I love the iPod Touch. That was a good one.
Organized by hand and carried everywhere, giving many people a constant personalized soundtrack. White earbuds became a visual shorthand for opting out of the world. Apple's ecosystem reinforced the habit, especially as iTunes downloads surged and artists like Coldplay helped push digital sales into the mainstream.
Don't get me copyrighted. Don't you get me copyrighted. Like, I'm not taking that copyright strike for y'all.
Compete. Zune, most notably,
oh,
the iPod emerged.
Zune was better. Crazy as it's kept. Crazy as it's kept. A Zune was better than an iPod in my mind. Like, crazy as it's kept, I stand on that. I wanted a Zune way more than I wanted an iPod, boy. Oh my God.
as the dominant MP3 player of its era. Number 3, printing out MapQuest directions.
Facts.
Nothing used to spike your blood pressure quite like realizing you might have missed a turn.
Hi, Kathy. We're
Sit there.
on our way. We'll be a little late. I'm gonna give him a few more minutes.
If you had a co-pilot, they were flipping papers in the passenger seat. Before smartphones put a GPS in every pocket, getting lost was a big deal. Directions had to be prepared in advance, printed out at home, and trusted completely. MapQuest gave turn-by-turn instructions on every trip, usually spread across multiple pages with tiny maps and dense text. If you missed a step, you had to turn around and retrace your steps. There was no rerouting, no calm voice offering reassurance. You just had to guess.
Let's agree to help each other make better decisions, people.
Number 2, the Friday night blockbuster rush. You could tell how your night was going to go by the look of the party.
Y'all just ain't gonna know how hard they used to hit, bro. Listen, that Friday night blockbuster rush, it just hit different. It just hit different. Just different.
Parking lot. If it was full, you already knew the wall of new releases had been picked clean.
I have the perfect movie to cheer you up.
So many great breakup films. Eternal Sunshine, High Fidelity, and if you're really feeling freaky, Midsommar.
Inside, rows of empty plastic cases stared back at you, and every decision
not only
felt
was
like
it
a
videos, bro, the
compromise.
video
Families
games
would split
too.
up to search faster. Movie night wasn't trapped by an infinity of options. Your local Blockbuster could only rent out whatever was left on the shelves. On a really intense weekend, over the holidays, or before a big storm, it felt like the Hunger Games out there.
What the hell are you doing? Give me that. Get your hands off of my snow buddies. We have a long drive home. That is the only thing keeping my kids from chewing through their seatbelts.
The Friday night rush turned a movie night into a stress test, but that was just part of the experience. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, checking your MySpace.
Bingo!
The first thing you noticed was
there
the
it
music.
is.
Before a
There
MySpace
it is.
page.
Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. Checking your MySpace back then, dog. Having your MySpace profile tailored to you. We felt like we were coding getting those profiles loaded up. We felt like we were that man. We were that woman. We were that dog when we had that music player pop up and you had your number 1 song hit when they hit your profile. It might have been Duffel Bag Boy. It might have been Skater Boy. It might have been the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift theme. It might have been Barbie Girl. It didn't matter. But whatever your number 1 song was, that was the theme when you came to my page. You saw things falling. You saw my top 8, my top 10, my top 12, whoever I had, bro. And it just felt so customizable. And I've heard so many people, especially young kids, say, I wish I could customize my Facebook page to where I could put like my own wallpaper and stuff behind it. And I'm just like, we had it. Young blood, we had it. We had it. And then y'all let Facebook kill it. Like, that was the reason why I didn't get Facebook until 2009. Because I was like, bro, I am on MySpace still. And then about 2009, 2010 was when MySpace started to die and everybody I knew shifted over to Facebook. And then not only that, Farmville on Facebook was a thing. That's what, I'm surprised they didn't put that up. Farmville and poking somebody on Facebook? Boy, crazy. Poke wars? Man, listen. I know a lot of poke wars that went on. But poke wars and Farmville is what really got a lot of people to Facebook. But man, MySpace. The drama that would ensue from MySpace, because imagine, I'm gonna paint a picture for you kids if you're young and you never was on MySpace. Take the most popular girl or most popular dude you know in school, more than likely the most popular girl, and most dudes too. You know who they top 5, top 10 is. Like, you know who they rock with, you know who they crew. Imagine they took all their closest friends and ranked them for the public to see. You have publicly ranked who is your best friend, who is your closest friend. You have publicly put that out there. And then You go into the weekend. It's Friday. You see by Saturday night, Sunday night, so-and-so's #1 friend has dropped out the top 10 completely. Oh. You know some shit done popped off. You don't know what. You don't know who. You don't know how. You ain't even got the call after 9 o'clock from your homeboy because he don't even know. Or your homegirl don't even know. But y'all know and saw on their Facebook like, yo, Jenny dropped Kayla out of the top 10. Yo, Mike dropped Trevor out of his top 15. Yo. So when school hit on Monday, oh my God. You knew the drama was about to ensue, man. MySpace was it. And we always had a friend in Tom. Tom stayed my friend, and I'm still Tom's friend, man. My MySpace ain't there no more, but Tom, you still my friend in my book, boy. Oh, man. That was
Fully
nostalgic.
loaded, a song started playing, offering an immediate clue about whether you and this person might actually vibe.
Oh, she's a MySpace page.
Then came your visual scan through comments, friend lists, and anything that had changed overnight. MySpace profiles weren't meant to be static.
Getting a new message on MySpace was like,
with new backgrounds or bits of HTML.
that was the adrenaline that we get on
Top
IG
eights
nowadays.
with
New
real
message.
social consequences. Much of it played out in public, with feelings and hierarchies on full display. For a stretch, MySpace was where an early online generation learned how to perform identity on the internet.
My MySpace, 38 friends. Kick-Ass's MySpace, 16,000 and counting.
What song played when your
Man.
MySpace page loaded? Let us know in the
Oh, what song played when my MySpace page loaded? Oh, it was the Tokyo Drift theme song for me. Hey, that joint had me in a chokehold for a grip. That red and black Mitsubishi Lancer, man. Because I would change it between the red and black Mitsubishi Lancer. I would put up a Jeff Gordon profile. I might put up a Futurama profile every so often. But that was it. And my top 3 songs. It was the first one was the Tokyo Drift theme. The second one was Superstar by Lupe Fiasco. The third one, it was Duffel Bag Boy, but when Lollipop came out, it went to Lollipop. I do remember that for a while. And then, what was the fourth one? Fourth one, at that time, it might have been Cleaning Out My Closet by Eminem. It might have been Cleaning Out My Closet. And then the fifth one was, what was it? Was it Fish and Grits by Outkast? Like, hold up. It was ATLians. That's what it was. ATLians. Atlanteans. That just brought back some great memories. But guys, that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell at the bottom so you can always be notified of when these videos are dropping, baby. Comment below. Let me know y'all thoughts. And please, bro, let's continue on this road to 5,000 subs because I love y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you for becoming a member of the Hooligan Express. Because at the end of the day, even though with all this said, one, let me know what y'all, if you were around for this time, let me know the stuff they forgot that we were doing about 20 years ago. Let me know what they forgot because y'all know the deal. At the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats. Peace. Much love to all y'all. Take care. Later days.